Good morning, everybody. I have a couple little projects I need to take care of. Barn work is done already this morning. Project number one that I need to take care of and address. I'm almost embarrassed to show it to you guys, to be honest with you. A little background story. We went and picked up it's my idea, but I went and picked up a free Pepsi cooler, one of those little refrigerators that they put drinks in, and it worked, and I wanted it, so we went and picked that up, but it was really, really heavy, and we weren't really sure where it was going to be, and so I didn't want to take it into the house and then have to turn around and take it back out. So I said, let's shove it in the greenhouse. So we put it in there. Well, then I needed to put all of my other greenhouse things in there, and so they just ended up getting launched over it or around it, and then when we decided to put it back, this stuff got pulled out. And well, the state of my greenhouse, yeah. Now I think it's perfectly normal that by the end of summer, everybody's greenhouse is pretty much wrecked. And every year I have to come in here and reorganize. It is a very tiny greenhouse. But yeah. I have some things I need to take care of in here. But first, I have to go roll in for the cows. So let me put my coffee down. Goodness, I even have old started plants I never got out into the garden in there. This year I will be better. That is the journey with gardening, though, isn't it? I remember prior to 2019, I was the worst gardener known to man. I grew weeds, and that was it. And when 2020 came around and I told my family I was going to garden, they laughed at me. Now here we are. A little bit of determination, some education. Anybody can be a good gardener these days. I had to unplug the cow fence. So let me explain to you my cow journey. My redneck hay ring worked great until it didn't. As many of you probably already have recognized, these heifers knocked it over, and I do have to pull it out of there. But for the meantime, they kindly rolled half of their round bale out of the pasture. So I'm just going to go ahead in there and roll it down the hill for them so they can finish it. So I'll be right back. So I had maybe a third of a round bale, and I rolled it. So this is what I think hay feeding is going to look like for the remainder of the time they're in here, which I don't think is going to be a whole heck of a lot longer. But I rolled it all out. Not like they haven't pooped all through here, but it will spread out the manure so it won't be isolated to that one area. And it'll help reseed this area. So a few round bales unrolled in here. Luckily it's down a hill. That'll make life easier. But we'll unroll a few round bales in here, and by the time that's done, I think they'll be about ready to move out. If the weather cooperates. Thus far it's looking like it's pretty good. I'm not saying we're not going to have some more snow. I mean, into March, April even, we could have a blizzard. But things are starting to green up, and I think within a couple weeks we might be able to get them out of here. So, here's the cow situation. Now let me go plug the fence back in. And, I got to show you the driveway too. Okay, moving right along. Honestly, this cow situation has been pretty good this winter. However, next winter, I plan to have an entirely different situation. Next winter, I don't plan to bring them back up here. I don't know. In my mind, they're going to stay out on and graze all winter. That is, if I can leave a good enough stockpile. There's a lot of variables, but if everything goes to plan and I'm able to manage the field correctly, they'll actually just be out all winter. Now, hopefully we'll be able to calve next year out on pasture, so I won't have to bring them back for that. Mocha, once she does calve, I may bring back with her calf, only because she's going to be a dairy cow for us. She's going to be a milker, so I might take her away from the herd as long as she has her calf. She shouldn't be lonely. So we'll see how this all goes. Of course, this is all speculatory. That's not this year. She won't have a calf until 2025. So, you know, this is all just thought process. I do have a large amount of acreage that I can graze, which I'm super thankful for. And I'm hoping to pick up a few maybe yearling feeders. I'm not looking for massive Angus. I'm looking for a nice moderate size cow that I can feed out on, you know, grass genetics. That's what we want here. In the future, as far as cows look, in the future, we're going to hopefully have our own complete grass grazing operation. I have a lot of plans written down for that, a lot of business modules, a lot of different options. I do know that we're going to move forward with the Highlands, but they're going to be mostly just to breed for breeding stock. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll probably never have a huge Highland herd, but I do really love the South Pole cattle, especially Greg Judy's line. I've learned so much from his videos. So he's pretty much who we want to mimic our operation from. And I will, I'll link him down below if you guys haven't heard of him before. Greg Judy he's brilliant. He's a mastermind. And also, I mean, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells you exactly the way it is. He's actually made me rethink everything as far as haying and all of that goes, like baling hay. Obviously, I need to bale hay because I have other types of animals that, you know, they need it. But like my horses, Cody calls them hay burners. They are hay burners. I won't forego my horses ever. But, you know, they're non-negotiable. They're my frivolous item, I suppose, if you will. But yeah, so anyways, that's a little bit about what I plan to do with the cows. I know it was kind of vague. I do have really good business plans. And one day when it's more concrete, because everything's kind of just floating around. I don't have anything completely nailed down yet, but once I do, I'll make sure that I discuss that all with you guys. Hold on, I gotta plug this in. All right, let's go check out the driveway. All right, guys, look at that. Heck yeah. Now, it doesn't go very far. I don't know if you can see the line up there, but it goes up the hill, and it looks so much better. I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is the look from the road. So it looks really, really nice. Now, I need to repair this slat here. I have enough to do that, but I was thinking, and it's always like bad when I'm starting to think, but I love the way it looks with the split rail. So I think, so we have a second little access to the road. It's where this hay wagon is parked, and it goes right out through here. We want to open this up for haying season. It makes it easier to get equipment that way down the road. But aside from that, going up the driveway to where we park, over along here, in front of the barn, but not up to it, that shed up there, over to the tree line, so all this equipment would have to move, and back down to just on the other side of this hay wagon. I'm thinking about doing a small fence. Yes, that is yard. Yes, that is yard. However, I mean, what is yard to me is nothing. It does nothing. It just takes time to mow. So if we put gates here, we should be able to get the tractors back and forth to the equipment barn, which hopefully isn't going to be the equipment barn forever. It'll be for more small stuff. But if we put a gate here and a gate up there, it shouldn't be a problem. But what I was thinking is it would be really, really nice for the sheep or the goats. You know, during the day, I could take them, turn them out, bring them back in at night. Be a nice little turnout area for them. And it would look really, really nice, you know, with the split rail going up like this on this side. I think it'll be very, very pretty. So, yeah, the driveway is paved. This was recycled asphalt, so it was gray when we put it down. Cody sprayed it with diesel because the sun's out, and it actually just seals it at that point. It like reactivates the tar in it. Although it is cringeworthy spraying diesel on the ground with the price of it right now. And also it's cringeworthy because I always preach, you know, chemical free, but it's on the driveway where it's not gonna go anywhere or leach anywhere anyhow. What are you guys crying about in here? Come here, you need in with your mom? Oh. It looks like mom doesn't want pestered. You can go in. See, the problem is he's getting to be a real big boy. Here, come on. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Over here. In. In. In you go. Where's Thor at, huh? There he is. All right. All is well in goat world. Yeah, the problem is... Goats are playing with the slide. The problem is that Butter is getting very big. And when he squeezes out through the gate, sometimes he always can't get back in. I wanted to update you on these buggers, too. Look how big they're getting. They're chasing mom down. We got their barrel in here as well, their water barrel. So there it is. They'll learn how to drink out of that. They're just chasing her down. Oh, she just tossed one. Pig moms are literally brutal sometimes when, you know, they don't want their piglets to bother them. And I don't blame them. You got 10 kids lurking around, demanding food and nourishment. Sometimes you'd want to get a little brutal too, I suppose. We did end up losing the tiniest runt. Unfortunately, he was just way too tiny and wasn't thriving or growing like everybody else was. And so we did lose him, unfortunately. Poor little bugger. But that's the only one we lost out of that litter, so we still have 10. I'm still waiting on Kiwi. I went back and looked. Her due date is February 15th. So she's ready about any time to pop. I don't know that she's going to have that many. I hope she has at least 5. Because I have requests for 4 more. I have requests for 14. And I only have the 10, so I need at least 4, and I'd like to raise one up for our own freezer. I mean, those are good problems to have, right? I'm going to get started on this mess. Send me good thoughts. Alright guys, let's check it out. All cleaned up. Oh geez, I'm going to pull the door shut. All cleaned up. And it's about 50 degrees in here and it's snowing outside, so that's good. But yeah, everything's cleaned up, looking good. Ready to go and ready to get seed starting. I gotta get my other glove. The temperature has dropped drastically here since I woke up this morning. It was sunny and beautiful, and now it's snowing outside. Fun fact, we were supposed to wake up to like 3 inches of snow, but we woke up to nothing, not even rain. Now it decided it's going to snow a little bit. I digress. But yeah, here we are in my clean seed starting greenhouse. Every year, this place just gets trashed as the summer goes. You know, things just get chucked in here, and every year at the beginning of the seed starting year, I come out here and I completely clean it out. Now, when I do seed start early in February, I usually have everything in the house because it's usually not warm enough to be out here. We did have some unseasonably warm days, and if we have unseasonably warm days, I bring the seedlings out so that they can get plenty of sunlight, and I'll put them out here. But as the spring goes on, then they'll just stay. But I am planning, so I built these shelves last year in here, and it was great, but I could have used more room. And sometimes I'll set up a table over here, this white table, but it's not ideal. So I'm going to continue on with these shelves across the back and over here up to about this point. So I'm going to literally double my space, which will be great. I love this building. It is one of my favorite places. I have these little rope lights in here, and it's just so pretty, and it's one of my favorite places. So I can't wait to have it finished. I do have my tables and chairs stored in here that I do when I go to farmers markets, but until I find a really good home for them, they're kind of just going to live in here. But once I have the benches built, you won't notice them. They'll be underneath like everything else I have stored, which I'll show you the other things under here. Under here, I have all my seed starting stuff. So all my trays and all my 6-packs and whatnot. Some bigger planters, just some buckets and just some odds and ends. There's more buckets. I have, of course, my charcoal in here and more little things. This is all my Agribon netting that I have. And I have some watering things back here, irrigation supplies. Yeah, and then those are my shelves and my grow lights that are in here. This wire will be for the next group of benches I'm going to build. And I keep my fertilizers and stuff up on the top. Fertilizers. Last year's fertilizer. My soil blocker, which I'll show you guys. But yeah. This is just stuff. I have these stainless steel racks from when I did trade shows with the leather work. And so for right now, they just live in here. That's going to do it for today, guys. I'm really, really happy and so relieved to have this done. Now it feels like it's time to start seeds. Now it feels like it's time. So I'm really excited for this gardening year. I have so many more tools to my disposal than I have ever before. And I'm just really, really excited to see how it goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was very, very therapeutic for me to get in here and just clean this stuff all out. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.